Sneaking up on me like that, they give an old man a heart attack. They put a bell around your neck to keep you from doing that. Well, since you're here, hope you see what we're doing. So we're going to make a little whiskey out of some Smirnoff, as you see here. I'm going to go ahead and burn these sticks real quick, if you don't mind. I'll finish this right up. Don't take too long. Now you got to get it to the right of the tip of the blue flame. And it's hard to see out here in the daylight, but down here in Tennessee, it's oh, they're fire. It's awfully cool. You know, it's only about 80 something today in October. Why? Because, well, reasons. It's gonna be warm all week this week, and then next week it's gonna probably cool off. But hell, it's 2020. We don't know what it's gonna do. So we're just going to finish this off. Basically, I'm charring it like the inside of a barrel. Burn off some of the scraggly bits. I do believe that's charred enough. Turn that off. Let's put that down here out of the way. Take my knife. Trim this one back a bit. Knock some of that off. I ain't afraid of the charcoal, just them little loose pieces. Yeah, pretty. There you go. She's all charred up. I got me silver right here. I'm going to put them inside of one of these Smirnoff bottles. Now, back by popular demand, I was told that when I come visit for Christmas, I'm going to have some vodka like I had done. As you can see, Daddy got a little thirsty and drank up the last batch. Turned out quite good. I charred the sticks about the same in this high quality plastic bottle. Smirnoff has a great and storied history. In fact, a lot of people don't know that Smirnoff originally, not only did they start in Russia. They started back in 1864. In fact, it even says on the label 1864. And they had been making vodka, various different types, and they became world famous before the Bolshevik Revolution. And in fact, the Bolshevik Revolution is the lefties' way of saying fucking commies. But they came in and said no more making of the alcohol, and so they had to stop making the alcohol. Well, the Smirnoff families, it's spelled with a V instead of two F's. They decided they were going to help people escape the brutal nature of the Bolshevik commies. And so the commies didn't like that, and they captured Vladimir Smirnoff, and were about to shoot him, and he was freed by the White Russians, which was the opposing aristocracy that was fighting the communists. But before that, peasants and the nobility enjoyed the number 21 vodka, recipe number 21. He moved to Poland shortly after that. Went ahead and set up shop. Wasn't there very long, and Poland changed their laws. He couldn't do it there anymore, so he moved to France and started making it. And in at that time, he changed it from Smirnoff with a V to Smirnoff with two F's. So, I got my little cheat sheet here, keep me on track. In 1933, now this is after Prohibition, naturally, in the U.S., Rudolph Connett purchased the rights to make Smirnoff in the U.S., and it's been made in the U.S. ever since. Smirnoff is a corn-based vodka, so basically, it's filtered moonshine. In fact, it's been filtered 10 times to take most of the taste out. And that's why vodka is very popular, because you can mix it with anything and it doesn't affect the taste of what you're mixing. So if you mix it with apple juice, it still tastes like apple juice with a little bit of alcohol in it. And that's what makes vodka popular. Now, this is a 40% alcohol. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this cheap Smirnoff vodka and turn it into whiskey. Cheap whiskey, but it's still whiskey. So, Dad's going to get him a swallow of some McGuire's, which is, I don't know who makes it. It says State of Brewing in Milwaukee. But it's a pretty good ale. It's a drought stout. It's in Aldi's. Pretty good place. It's not Guinness by any stretch of the means, but hey, nothing ever is. So, let's go ahead and get this bottle opened up. Now, oh, Daddy's hand's wet from the beer. There we go. Oh, it's got a pour top, so we're going to pop that right on out. Mr. Pliers to the rescue. Uh-oh. Houston, we got a problem. There we go. An old American ingenuity. I'll get it out of there. Now, of course, I don't know if y'all remember the story when we was kids. The crow was very thirsty. He saw a bottle of water, and there was just enough water in the bottom for him to get a drink, but it was too far down for his beak to reach it, and if he tipped it over, it still wouldn't come out. And if he could get it to spill, it would just spill out on the ground. He couldn't get it. So he went over and got pebbles and put in the bottle until the water rose up to the top, and he got a drink of water. Little sciencey for you. Crows are that smart, and they will figure that out, and they have figured that kind of stuff out. And there's been various tests and science studies done to prove that. But what we're going to do is we're going to pour off some of this vodka so that when we put the sticks in, we have enough room. I think that might do the trick. So what I got here is I got the control. I've got the one we're going to turn into whiskey, and I'm going to take both of these Christmas to my daughter's. Her friends apparently would like to partake and see how good this is. But anyways, you just char them, and I just use butane. This is propane. I think natural gas is used in like Jack Daniels and all the distilleries. It smells fine to me. So we're just going to we'll drop it right in there. Now granted, you're going to get some of the burn off. It's going to drop in there. And I will show you some of the floaters. But men ain't worried about floaters. Now you notice the sticks are floating themselves. Once they get soaked with the alcohol, they'll sink down to the bottom. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Right up to the neck. And I'm going to put the pour cap in there because we ain't barbarians. Seal this up for a minute here. You don't have to shake it, you don't have to do anything, you just put it in there. But I shook it a little bit so you can see the little floaties in there. Now if you want to take those floaties out, get you a little bit of cheesecloth, maybe a coffee filter, and go ahead and get you a mason jar or whatever. When you're done making the whiskey here in about 10 weeks, I found 10 weeks works pretty good. The longer you let it sit, the better the taste is. So I'm going to leave those in there and let that do its thing. But you take the coffee filter and you pour the whiskey out into the coffee filter and it catches all the black bits. Me, I just drank them. In fact, let's see. Can you see the bits in that one? That's a little bit of the dark stuff down there in the bottom. As I said before, we did this and it worked out great. Now, I've never had Smirnoff number 21 straight. Yeah, it smells like vodka. Vodka always smells like fingernail polish to me a little bit. That's vodka. I don't think, maybe because I know, but I don't think I can tell you if it tastes like corn or not. Hell, I'll drink it just the same. But what we're gonna do, we got the top on there, right? And of course the seal's broke. And so y'all know I don't open it and mix the whiskey in it. We're gonna do this. Easy, Thunder. Easy. Let's turn it like this. Let's get fancy. Sometimes you gotta dress up, pretend to be somebody. Especially if you're like me and you can't be somebody. but who you is. Alright, boys and girls, let's get this burning. This is, oh, you gonna do this to me now? There we go. This is sealing wax. Come on, baby. Daddy loves you. So you use this they used to use this to seal notes. And this is a sealing device. So you get this good and hot. You just work it around a little bit. Melt that wax. Oh no, you gotta keep it moving. If you don't, it'll drip off before you're ready for it. Oh, so there it goes. So here we go. We're gonna drip it on here. Get us a nice little puddle of it. Keep it nice and warm. She ain't gonna be pretty, but she'll do. Let that sit a minute. You put that on there and you let it cool. My ashtray that come from a meltable cheese tin. So while that's doing that, oh, look at that smoke, isn't that sexy? Sometimes you're just that good. So next time you see me open this, I'll be at a Christmas party or New Year's Eve party with my daughter and her friends, and you'll see me crack the seal on it. So remember, in America, you pay for it. You drink it the way you want. You want to drink it neat, drink it neat. You want it on the rocks? Put it on the rocks. You want to drink Jack Daniels in a tub full of pineapple? You can. Not my personal favorite, but do what the hell you want. You paid for that shit. Enjoy. Old Sarge is too tired to fight with people about how they do stuff. Y'all have a good one. Well, here. Now, I'm going to bring this a little closer. You can see it's sealed right across the twist top. I won't open that, and you'll get to see it again once y'all get a good look at that. I'll back it off, make sure the focus is good. Look at that. Big okay for kick ass.